before speech, what's the prevailing feeling right now?
I'm a bit relieved, to be honest with you. I'm a bit relieved, but yeah. I was, I wasn't obviously sure how I was going to feel after the match. I was, thinking that I was ready to retire, but now that it's done, I know that I'm very relieved, and I'm happy that it's in some ways behind me. And I wish I could have not pulled my muscle in the fifth game of the match, but and enjoyed the match a bit more. But yeah, it was still very special to finish here in Canada.
Congrats on a great career, man.
Thank you.
You talked the other day about your emotions kind of leading up to the tournament. Can you walk us through a bit today how it felt leading up to the match, and then the emotions as that match went through, what you described with the injury, and then that great second set we saw as well, and the ups and downs of the day?
Yeah, it was. You know what? It was a tough week, a very tough week. Just so many people coming in, and a lot of it was just hard to process everything that was going on for me, and going into the match, I was really, really nervous. I mean, I'm probably more than most times that I step on a center court, and I don't know if it was the nerves, being the reason for the pulling my muscle. I'm sure it played a big role in that. I was very tense, and I knew I just needed to play, 5-10 more minutes to loosen up a little bit. And then, of course, then it's pretty tough for the opponent when he sees that, I'm not really moving. It's tough to play high level when you're playing against somebody that's injured. So, I snuck out that second set. He didn't play a great second set. I played a couple, good shots when I needed to. But ultimately, it's kind of tough to win a match like that, on one leg. But of course, I wasn't gonna retire or pull out. I had to finish my last match. So.
Vasek, when you see all the next generation of Canadians, both on the men's and women's side, how proud are you to kind of know that you had an impact with that, everything you've done, and also the Davis Cup win?
Yeah, I'm extremely proud. I mean, it's funny how time flies, right? When you're starting, you're 16, 17 years old, and your dream is just to play Davis Cup and one time, it's like represent your country one time. It'll be incredible. And then, things evolve and things change pretty quickly, and they go full circle. And so it's pretty cool to see, so many young guys and young talent that we have that, maybe looked up to me when they were growing up, and now they're here playing at the high level. And, it's an exciting time for tennis in Canada, I think, for at least the next 10 years. So it'll be fun to watch for me and for all fans in Canada. Do you have any water by any chance? Sorry, I'm just dying of thirst. Can't even think.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
Vasek, on a
Thanks.
great career. I think with your tennis career, obviously, being Canadian is so rooted in so much of your successes, and just being an ambassador of Canadian tennis. Moving into the next chapter of your life, do you see yourself staying involved in any capacity? Is that something you've given thought, or are you going to take kind of some time to process that?
I think I would. I mean, it's what I know best, and it is my passion. I think if I stay involved in tennis, it would two things. Definitely would be part-time, and it would be for Canadian tennis. I'm not. Thank you. I'm. I don't know if I have it in me to be around the sport too much, unless it's really to help. To give back, to the community or juniors that are maybe, less privileged, that don't have opportunities. Because, I kind of can connect with if they're good people. But do I want to stay in tennis? on a full-time basis, absolutely not. You know, I have mixed emotions when it comes to this sport, and you know, it takes a lot out of you. It's a really, really tough sport physically and mentally, and at some point you burn out. And so, you know, at least I did. And so you know, we'll see. Advice to young player that's starting on tour. It's a good question. There's a lot of advice to give. I would say probably something they don't, you know, I mean, I would be more like a reminder than advice, but I would say just you know, if really pay attention to the people that you have around you. Really, if you have, you know, good people, keep them close, work hard, you know, and even if regardless if you're in a peak or a valley or whatever it is, you have to just keep the work ethic the same. Even if you're playing well, you know, don't get overconfident, because there's tons of people that are going to pass you if you loosen up a little bit. And but I think just you know, it's at the end of the day, it's the work. If you put in the work and you have good people around you, then you'll succeed.
How did tonight kind of live up to what you had envisioned for the evening, and why you wanted to go out this way versus sort of quietly just coasting off and everyone, you know, wondering if you would play that sort of thing? Why did you the farewell and the
Honestly, I didn't really want to do it. And it's funny. It's no, I shouldn't put it that way. I was doing it for my family. Honestly, like you know, I really wanted my parents to be at my last match. I didn't want to just kind of end it because it's been such a family journey. It's been, you know, they sacrificed so much for me, and my dad as well. You know, quit his job. He coached me for 15 years. He was in some ways more invested in this than I was. I mean, he was just absolutely, you know, it was just as much his journey as it was mine. And I shouldn't say that I didn't want to do it. Of course, it's very special, you know. But I wanted to play one more time in front of them rather than just. You know, I think if the situation was different with my family, then I probably would have just retired and not, you know, I was ready months ago. But I really wanted to play in front of my friends and family one more time.
Last one,
I think tennis fans are always going to associate you with your international representation of Team Canada. More than most tennis players I can ever think of, you always answered the bell. Sometimes to the detriment even of your own individual pursuits where you could have prioritized scheduling and rest and things like that. Why was it that representing Team Canada was always a yes for you and was such an important thing throughout your career?
Well, I mean, I think what's the point of like this sport if you're not going to play for your country and play you know, I mean, I don't understand players that don't play Davis Cup and don't play Olympics. I genuinely don't. It's like, just like, you know, how much money or success or this do you want to chase for yourself individually? Bigger picture, I just don't understand it, honestly. So I think it's just a no-brainer. I mean, to play for your country, and it's good for everybody. It's good for you. It's good for your energy. It's good, you know, to give back to your country, to be a role model for the kids. Okay, prioritize a week rest to play be fresh for one of 1,000 tournaments that you're going to play in your career, or go and represent your country when you're going to have only a handful of opportunities to do that in your career. To me, I just don't understand it. And unfortunately, it's, you know, I think a lot of times I think it comes down to money for these guys, and that's just not the right way to look at it. But yeah, I mean, I just think it's a no-brainer. I don't know. I don't think it's anything. It shouldn't be anything special, you know. I think it should be a default setting for everybody, but the fact that, you know, feels that way, I think is, you know, not great. I feel like players should always answer the call for their country.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Peux-tu me décrire tes émotions en ce moment, maintenant que c'est terminé pour vrai?
Je suis contente. Je suis contente. Honnêtement, ce serait mieux si je pouvais jouer sans blessure parce que c'était très, très dur de faire le process avec toutes les choses et jouer avec des douleurs et pas pouvoir de bouger. Mais je suis très contente que ça a passé assez bien et que ma famille était ici et que je suis fini maintenant. On va prendre un dîner quelque part et profiter et juste dire l'histoire et avoir un peu de vin peut-être et je suis juste très contente que c'est derrière moi.
C'est important pour la famille de faire pour eux, tu le dis en anglais, mais peux-tu nous dire pourquoi c'était important de remercier ton père en particulier aujourd'hui sur le terrain?
Pour moi, c'est important parce que ce que mes parents ont fait pour moi, c'est exceptionnel. Et sans eux, ce ne serait pas possible d'être ici. Alors, ils sont les personnes, bien sûr, les plus importantes de ma vie parce qu'ils sont mes parents, mais aussi de ma carrière parce qu'ils ont vraiment donné beaucoup pour moi. Et mon père et ma mère sont numéro 1. Ils ont donné de plus, même pour mon tennis. Merci. Merci. Yeah.